Well, hello and welcome, soul sisters and brothers, my high vibe tribe, my kindred souls and free spirits. This is Erin, and I am really excited to share something with you today that I previously have only done with myself, but for myself. This is a weekly sort of a reading and activation and a sensing into the deeper energies spiritually and energetically. I do this for myself from time to time, especially when I'm feeling a little bit lost, confused, or I know that I'm in a powerful spiritual window cosmologically as we are entering the solstice. This would be like solstice eve right now. But just remember, if you happened upon this video, you were guided here. And so, no matter when it is, these energies are meant for you now. Everything is now. So, even though I am recording this on the eve of a summer solstice energy, we are all hanging out in the quantum, and this is being prepared for you. Your soul is guiding you to it and has contributed to it. And it's ready for you now. Whenever now is for you, if it's 2 years from this recording, that's when you take it in. That's when your soul has ordered this medicine. So, welcome. If you're new here, my name's Erin. I'm an intuitive channel. I bring in light language transmissions and guidance from the higher realms. And today I was actually guided to do what I usually do for myself with all of you. It feels a little bit strange, honestly, because this is something that feels very personal for me. However, once I agreed to do this, for all of us, for whatever group is going to tune into this, I felt you all arriving. I know that sounds kind of strange, but it did feel like a fleet of love energies and wisdom rolling in. I had to sit there for a few minutes and feel into what the heck was even going on with me, but it was the arrival of you and our soul collective together. I believe that there is a greater soul family that I am tapping into these days, and it's really you. And whatever it is that you're calling in will be channeled through me today. And so, yeah, let me be your conduit for a little while. I want you to just sit back and relax and know that whatever is coming in for you will be soul nourishing. And if there's something that comes in and it doesn't resonate with you right away, feel free to throw it out for now. But your subconscious is going to pocket this away and it may come back to you and you may have an aha moment in your feelings or in your intuitive senses later on. We're going to be bringing in some really yummy stuff today. And I've already decided what we're working with. I mean, it was very obvious. I'm going to cheers you here with my little cup of tea. Pull up a chair, get cozy, lay down if you want to, and just close your eyes and allow this all to come in. I want you to just open to receive. There's nothing that you need to do. Allow that to really sink into your consciousness and take some deep breaths. Allow those alpha and theta brain waves to take over. When I begin the light language transmissions, that will also increase gamma brainwave production, which will help you reach higher states of intuitive channeling for yourself, reaching into that heart wisdom. And that's all going to come through today. So, in the first part of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with you the different elements that we'll be working with. In a triad reading like this, I don't like to muck it up too much with too many different kinds of energies, but a trio of energies always seems like a nice, yummy, and not too cluttered amount to really help us bring in a nice synthesis. We're going to be kind of synthesizing these energies together, letting them speak their wisdom to us. These are coming through different types of energy channels. One today will be through some cards. Now, this deck of cards came to me from my friend Michelle, and let me try not to burn this. It is the Colette Baron Reed deck called the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and it relates to each one of our chakras, the different soul portals that we have that we bring meaning through. And I'll explain which card came up for us today. It's very interesting. I actually threw out my first reading that I did before this weekend. It was a great reading. It was very relevant to me. But by the time I was going to post it, I felt like those were old energies. And maybe that reading was just for my own private use. This one feels very relevant to a much greater, audience. And so today, you all helped me pick this card. You all helped me pick Amethyst as our crystalline spiritual ally. This amethyst is the first of our triad of energies. And by the way, fire wants to be with us for every reading. I can't kick it out. This element is such an important spiritual ally for every reading that I will do. It will just be present every time. It doesn't include itself in the triad. It's just a presence. So we'll always have fire as an element here. Sometimes there might be other elements that want to join. And I'll kind of explain a little bit about what amethyst is bringing us, but it's bringing in its crystalline wisdom. And so much of what amethyst does, at least for me, is it brings in these really calming and yet wise relaxation energies. It is an intuitive amplifier. In this intuitive amplifier is using violet frequencies to help relax us down. It's almost to me like a sedative. And actually, the base word for amethyst, I don't know if it's a Greek or a Latin root, it was originally called this because the word itself meant drunken stone. Like people who went into caves with a lot of amethyst would literally feel like they were drunk. And this is such a big chunk of amethyst that when I put it up close to my heart, my face, my throat chakra, I feel a little swoony. I'm going to light this incense now. I want to show you what kind of incense this is. This wanted to also be in this reading. This is a Japanese incense that I found in Hawaii, actually, at a Buddhist temple. I could not believe how amazing the smell of this incense made me feel. And I was like, what is that? What is that? We were lighting these little sticks of incense and putting them on the altar. I mean, I'm almost out. Look at this. I need to order more. But luckily, I think they have this on Amazon. So it's called, what is it? Okay, I'm going to totally butcher this. Don't come for me. Mai Chico. I'm just going to put it on let's see if the camera can focus on that. All right, by the company is Nippon Kodo. Anyway, this is sandalwood, and there is just something about this. I'm telling you, I'm going to light some now, and then I'll kind of move this off to the side so I don't get burned while I'm talking and waving my hands around. All right. Oh, so beautiful. So incense, for me at least, it feels like it opens my channels. There is some kind of primal scent memory with incense where whatever elements are in this incense in particular, I feel like it's connecting me to past lives. I feel like it's opening up some channel with a guide that I have. Sometimes when I meditate, I literally hear someone say konnichiwa. I'm not joking. It has happened to me on probably 8 to 10 different occasions, and I just feel it like a whisper in the back of my head, konnichiwa, and I'm like, oh, konnichiwa, back to you. And I don't get any other information. It's just like someone is greeting me, and that's in Japanese, and I don't know Japanese. So, well, at least I don't in this lifetime, not that I'm aware of. So we've got our incense going. We've got our candle going. We have our amethyst here to really help open our third eye. I feel like when the crystal decides that it wants to be a part of this triad reading, it's really also pointing as an indicator to which chakra we're really going to be working with. And I have had a lot of third eye activity just in the last few days. And I feel like we're activating and opening something up there. And it feels like we're connecting to a much deeper truth than what our physical eyes can provide for us. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the runes that I use. So the runes in this bag here um, are runes that I actually made. I was guided to make my own set of runes very early on in my awakening. And I believe that it was a way for the angels, my angelic guides, knew that I couldn't hear them very well. I mean, I was really struggling with trying to receive my guidance. And I did have a clairaudient opening. So I was receiving one type of guide, but I feel like my vibration hadn't expanded to the point where I could really hear my angelic guides yet, or some of the higher vibrating angelic guides. And they really guided me to use these Elder Futhark runes. So I'm going to just pull out a couple of them and just, before we actually pull our rune, I want to kind of just show you um, what I did with these. Now, I was guided to just find rocks and even some seashells. I mean, a couple of these were seashells in some different places. Like I live about 3 hours away from the ocean, and there are a lot of creeks and rivers that are within driving access for me. So I just kind of went around, and I even had some in my yard, like in potted plants, just little stones that I had collected over the years. And they literally popped out at me one by one as I was studying the runes. And by the way, I might not even pronounce them correctly because I have studied through like books and the internet, and I don't know if I'm saying them right, but I am working with their energies. They have really assisted me in, collecting my guidance, understanding what kind of an energy I'm in right now, especially when my feelings are pointing me towards something and I'm getting mixed messages and I'm not sure. The runes will actually help to kind of ground and assure me that I am in this certain energy and that is right for me. And, I'll do maybe a separate, if you're interested in runes and you want to learn more about them, maybe even make your own set that resonates with you to bring in some of your angels' guidance in this way, in a very grounded way, through something that we can, touch and work with in a form of divination. Let me know in the comments because, I nerd out about this stuff on my own, but I don't know who else would be into it. So today, what we'll do is we're going to be pulling a rune. This is how I work with the runes. I just pull one, and then I'm working with other energies too. So I allow it to overall energetically inform me, and I dive deeper into it and use that almost as a portal for intuitive guidance. And through that portal, my angels are giving me information. Now I'm just this is the way I do it. I reach into this really fun velvety bags and I just sort of zone out. I close my eyes. I connect with my heart and I just kind of play with the stones. I let them tumble through my fingers. And then I kind of pull my hand out and I just lay my hand here and I feel the things that are in my heart. I just let them all come through, like the things I'm worried about, the things that, the things that are weighing on my heart and in my mind. And I just give them a little pat because I am letting the guides sort of guide my hand. Now I reach into the bag and whatever my index finger first touches, that's the one I go for and I pull it out. And I just let that be my truth that I'm in and I let it speak to me. So I'm doing this for all of us now. We're all pulling a rune through my hand. I'm going to reach in. The first thing that my finger has touched is this one here. And oh my. All right. Let's talk about this rune. Let's see what's up for you. I want to make it so it looks like that. Okay. Oh, okay. So this rune is called Tiwaz. And I have my little cheat sheet. I made this based on probably 5 or 6 different sources. And the key words that really stood out to me after I studied each rune, I wrote them down. The things that I feel are the most important for me to remember every time I work with these runes. Now, Tiwaz is the battle within. It is victory, success, and honor in some area of your life that you are working on in your heart. This battle has been raging, and there is something that is shifting that allows us to know that our heart is winning the battle. This is a personal victory. Now, it's going to be felt. I'm getting emotional here. It's going to be felt on a very deeply personal level. And if this hasn't manifested for you yet, oh my goodness, sisters and brothers, it is coming. It's here. And whether you're feeling the very beginnings of it, the amplification of the central alignment of this rune, or the tail end of this rune, it is here for you. If you are listening to this, it is here for you. So let's allow that to just soak in. And I'm going to bring in the card that is our final piece of the Triad reading. Now, the channeling of light language and guidance is going to come after this. That's when we are synthesizing all of these energies together and really inviting our higher guides to come through and channel in what we need in terms of the soul medicine and the activations that will really allow us to anchor this in. This card is called, oh my gosh, a deep breath. So hold on. I want you to see it up close. A deep breath. And this is an energy that has to do with our root chakra. Look at that face. I mean, to me, that's the face that if I could choose a face to represent this amethyst, dude, that would be the face if this crystal had a face. Let's all take a deep breath together and just let something go. Now, this is kind of on the tail of the last reading that I did not share with you publicly via YouTube, but what it was a very, very tired warrior coming in. I mean, he came in crawling on his hands and knees, and he was battle worn. And he said, I am exhausted. And the elements that came in were water. We had this salt, this Himalayan sea salt that we poured through our heart, this saltwater bath for the heart. And this is really connected with last week's reading. I feel like it is the further progression of that. And let me go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into what a deep breath is about. A deep breath is an indicator in this particular energy. I'm going to leave the card right here for us to look at. That we have been in a survival mode about something. So some part of us was having a primal fear, or is having a primal fear about something. And there are 2 different things that this card can be talking about. It can actually be a protective type of warning that you really do need to take a look at something in your life that may not be safe for you. That is not the pathway of this reading that I am feeling resonates with me or us. Now, if it's true for you, then you needed to receive that message and really take a look at some of the things that you are working with in your life. But what I feel like resonates more today, and especially in combination with these other elements of amethyst and the Tiwaz rune, or Tawaz. I almost want to say Tawaz. I'm going to need to look that up and listen for the pronunciation of that. Is that this is a false fear coming from the past that we are here to clear because we're leveling up. This battle within, this victory here, that where the heart is winning, where the heart is winning this battle, the heart versus the head, it's allowing us to take a risk now after the deep breath that comes from soothing down that fear and remembering that you are safe, not because someone told you, or not because you put on an extra layer of armor, but because you, at a much deeper level with your higher self, know that you are safe to take whatever risk it is, to open up whatever new adventuresome part of yourself is here, and know that you're safe to do that. And there may have been different aspects of your personality coming in that want to explore, be recognized, do something new. And maybe you've been a little guarded. Maybe you've been seeing certain things as red flags, but they really aren't. Maybe you truly are safe to explore that, to open that. And so this deep breath is like saying, yes, I am actually safe. And now, because of this personal battle through these fear energies that I have been fighting, I now know at the soul level that I'm safe and that I've cleared that and that I'm ready. Right? I am really feeling like the guides are coming in. I'm starting to feel my light language channel opening, and there's something that I want to encourage you to explore. And it's a place in our crown chakra that's like right behind the right eyebrow. And I'm actually going to put the incense out. Wow, that's strong. Okay, so it's right behind the right eyebrow. And this would be in the area of our third eye chakra, moving into our crown. There's an energy that is shifting there. So I want you to focus there as I bring in this light language. This will be an activation. This will be a clearing. And really pay attention to the internal messages that you're getting in your mind and your heart as I'm bringing in this light language. Your soul will have a remembrance and a resonance with this light language. And it may even activate light language in yourself. Good. Take a deep breath with me. Relax your body. Let's bring in this channeling. Shigadai Lodianai o Hartia Saradujanis and the Ogodidu Hokuabaha e Giardus Tatingianai. Sondat Geretia Harkun Dianana Ukorti Esada. And my hands want to be involved, showing some light codes through the hands. Jagat Utut Edada at Bahraki Kuskata, de Ingianana Uka Baharit Yatat Ek Akuk Etukut Atak Antikat Eshkasa. Nadato itede ebacharet yatoko ibieshka sanat ontianai nuna hukoreti ishata zudit utit yamanana nianani okharti asarate jagat irit yanana okokahe barat eret yaha uko ike ishida o yage uka baha gioda da irit yabaha akik yaratantianai nuna hukoshega sarat eya jagat aratantianai nuna hukoya jada Zogot udu to Didia Baha, Bakangini, Ukartia Sara, Artionane, Shakasard Udia Baha, Baka, Gugia, Menini nine, Uniama nine, Niamakai, Baratek edite, Shukata Dudingia nine in Ishkasarat, Jigata Dud Yamaka, Ugo Ishkasarat, Baratia Tata Mohe, Boke, or Ishna. Maratingyanai no nithininyasakatoshaka sarat e biabangangyama. Biangangangyamaka ueryarti zakata tutukingyamaini ni ukiretaba bo ojaka zaratingyanai. Good, a big deep breath, clearing. Sagarat udutinyamakanga egwadiadadi ashaka saratungwa. Tongwa. Zinga tadaduyubahe ekeya ha ahugaya ima. Nirartiarto diamakangyama. Subot uditiki iditik apokae kukia tatakotatakia tatantiana. Penyenina nana shukasaratake ya. Takatataka udia pakai eya. Good, let's take that final, very deep, conscious, deep breath that reaches all the way down deep inside you. Imagine with this exhale that you are releasing everything you don't need anymore. You are safe to take those risks. Imagine that everything that you dream of, that you wish was possible for yourself, it's safe for you to dream that. You have fought an internal battle, and whether you feel like you've won that battle or not, the tides have turned, my friend. You need to trust in that in yourself. And it's time to rest on that. And this concludes our reading together. I want to cheers you again with my tea that's probably not even hot anymore. My little Peter Pan and Wendy flying away to their magic lost world to find their inner children. That's what we're all doing, isn't it? I love you. Thank you so much for participating in bringing in this activation and this channeling and reading today. Be so good to yourself. And this was so much fun for me that I want to do this every week. From now on, I'm not going to keep it to myself. I'm going to do this with you because the magic that you're bringing in for me and doing this with you, it's so fun. And when something is fun, you know that it resonates with your soul. Keep resonating with your soul. Keep having fun. I love you. Bye-bye.